Hey there, Foxy Gamers! Welcome back to Stardew Valley. I'm finally back. Sorry for the hiatus, but I was working on an animation test, as many of you know. And once I got that done, I was just kind of in a weird funk, and it took me a couple of days to get back into doing some recording. So here I am. Now, one thing I do want to note is that I made a bit of a mistake last episode. It was pointed out to me that I really should have gone a different route with my skill points in mining. So I had chosen the gems appear in pairs when found, and I thought that was going to be better money-wise, but as Bob pointed out, it's going to be better to go with miner, not only for the faster ores early on, but then also if I do end up going down into the skull caverns, which again, I'm still not 100% sure which way we're going to go on that, but if that is the thing we're going to do, then we will actually be selling the iridium bars, which is not something I've done before, so that's why it had kind of slipped my mind. Anyway, I changed it by editing my save file, so I apologize if you are not a PC user, you can't use that, but don't worry, it's not going to be like the end of the world if you chose the gem profession, and I do apologize for making that mistake. But if you are a PC user, I'm going to put a link in the description of this video that will lead you to some directions on how to change it. It deals with a little bit of save file editing, but it's actually pretty quick if you just search for the words that they tell you to in the document. So that way we were able to switch that up. Okay, so for now, it is day 13, which means we're going to be able to buy our strawberries today. But that's not going to be until later. For the time being, I was going to say maybe we should go to the mines, but actually, since we might need to clear up a bit of space here, I think we're going to want to go ahead and get rid of all this junk around here that I failed to do before, so that we have room to actually plant our strawberries. So I'm going to do that and make sure that we have enough room to plant. We're going to go not for 100, but 104 strawberries. If you were pointed out to me that when planted in groups of 8 in preparation for our sprinklers, 100 strawberries would leave half of a square planted, and if you know me at all, you know that I will have crazy OCD if I do something like that. So we're going to buy 104 strawberries today. I did decide that we're going to plant all of our strawberries today, plant and water them, because we don't know that there might be another rainy day before we have all of our sprinklers ready to go, and then we would miss out on a free day of watering for our strawberries. Plus, it wouldn't hurt to actually get them going a little bit sooner anyway, and we'll get that time back at the end of the season when we won't have to worry about watering the last couple days, although I guess by that point we're probably going to have all of our plots are going to be watered by sprinklers, but oh well, whatever. Alright, I'm going to head out now so that we can make sure to get to the festival by 2 p.m. We've got enough inventory space for our strawberries, so that's good news. I know I could have waited a little bit longer before heading over, but if I know myself at all, as soon as I cut things close, then I end up not making it at all. Alright, let's see here. So we want 104 strawberries. Oh my god! I messed it up. It went too quickly. I was like, I want 104 strawberries exactly, and then right as I was about to say that, I bought too many. Well, in that case, we need to even this out. So let's see. I need to buy 5 more. Alright, so I guess we're doing 112 strawberries. Oh well. More money for us, I guess. Okay, well we might as well... Oh, you know what? We haven't met everyone yet. So I'm just gonna go around and talk to every person so I can get that quest done and not have to worry about it later. This might be something you've done already, in which case, great, but I'm really bad at knowing where all of the NPCs are at any given time, so I have not bothered with doing that until now. But thankfully, in patch 1.4, it was changed so that you could actually get credit for talking to people at the festivals. Alright, so hopefully... Oh, there's a Harvey down here. I don't know that that's going to... Alright, so hopefully that's going to be everyone. Obviously, we didn't get the quest fulfilled, but I think that's because we haven't technically talked to Pierre yet. So we'll have to do that at a later time. But for now, it's time for some egg hunting. And pressure is on, because I know if I fail at winning this, you guys are all gonna give me crap, because this should be really easy. I did my best Easter egg hunt not too long ago, but I already forgot what the path was that I took, so wish me luck. And there's really not one right there. For some reason, I thought I saw an egg behind the house here. So I'm already losing, guys. Let me get it! Ugh. Whew! I did it! I think I beat my past record. I think my highest amount that I've ever gotten on the Easter egg hunt was 11 eggs, and I just barely got 12. I thought I was gonna get stuck in those bushes for too long. I know we beat Abigail, because she's such an amateur, she can only get 7 eggs. You know, because, like, she hasn't done this a dozen times like I have, I guess. Anyway, there we go. We're going to then spend the rest of our day planting the strawberries. Hopefully I have enough time to plant all these before nightfall. Plant and water, that is. Phew, alright, we did not have too much time to spare there, but we do have an hour left, so I guess I will go ahead and do some more chopping and maybe planting of the acorn seeds that we got earlier. Well, let's see here. Obviously, we're going to start out our day today with watering all of our strawberries. Check the weather report. Clear and sunny. I don't know that we're gonna get a rainy day, guys. That's actually too bad, because we would have had enough money to turn in our watering can. I guess I could have planted my strawberries a little closer to the scarecrow, because I realize now that those cauliflower were going to be ready the next day. But oh well. We will use the rest of that space to plant some kale at a later time. Now, depending on how the next couple days go, I might be looking to buy kale seeds on the 16th. Because if we plant some kale on the 16th, it will grow by the 22nd. And then we can purchase some more kale and have a whole second harvest of kale by the 28th without having to water or till more ground. Sadly, we ate up our last chub yesterday, so I am going to have to eat a parsnip. Oh wait, we don't have to eat a parsnip because we have cave carrots. We're going to go to the pub when it opens at noon today and pick up some salads, because since we're out of chubs and we're only going to be fishing at this point if it's raining out, we're gonna need some more food, and I'd really like to turn our parsnips into pickled parsnips. which means we're gonna need some salads. So until noon, we will just clear out some more area on the farm. Alright, well that ended up nearly perfectly with what we needed before getting our salads. So to the bar we go. Now at this point, I just want to try and get as much material ready to go for making sprinklers as we can. We're not going to be able to make any sprinklers until our first strawberry harvest, which, since we planted on the 13th, I'm not sure when that's going to be off the top of my head. Maybe the 20th or something like that. Okay, we'll just buy as many salads as we can. We're probably not going to use them all today, but we will eventually need them anyway. And I like using the salads not only because they're a really great cost to energy ratio. In fact, I think it's like one of the best cost energy ratios. Even if we were getting iridium chubs, I would still want to get the salads because the iridium chubs would be better off selling those and using the money from the iridium chubs to then buy salads. I think gold chubs might be about equivalent, but otherwise, yeah. Salads all the way, yo. Power food. But yeah, I like keeping my inventory simple too and not having to carry like 4 or 5 different foods along if I only have 1 or 2 of each or something like that. Oh, that's right. We still don't have a very good weapon, do we? Oh, that's a huge bummer. So it's gonna be problematic if we get down to these levels. Oh, look at that! Mushrooms! Hooray! We're not gonna want to do much fighting with this sword until we find a better sword. So that's a huge bummer. Although this guy, I might just attack him for a minute because he's pretty easy and our sword will knock him back. I can't remember if I got a solar essence or not, but we'll want a solar essence and a void essence for turning into the community center. Oh my god, this was a terrible idea. Alright, I'm over it. We're not attacking this guy anymore because we're doing like 1 damage to him. He probably just has like really good armor. But yeah, anyway, I know we haven't done the community center yet. Gosh, we still actually need to talk to the wizard, but we can essentially dedicate a day to that or a morning to that if we really need to sometime in the future. And we'll want to go talk to him and then turn in whatever we need for, like, the minecart will be good to have. And hopefully before too long, we can do the bus as well. However, if I go the route of saving all of my produce for pickling, that might not be something we're going to be able to do. I basically have to decide on one or the other. Do we want to do pickles or do we want to do the skull caverns? I think I'm leaning towards pickles, and then maybe at some point we'll do both. But to me, focusing on the skull caverns honestly just sounds way too stressful. And stress is the last thing that I want to experience with this game. My goal today was not actually to get down to level 90. I was intending on simply farming level 81 over and over for gold ore, but as I was quickly getting stairs pretty quickly on the first few levels, I decided to go ahead and give it a go since I have such a terrible weapon right now. I really wanted to get that obsidian blade. Also, as it turned out, I ended up getting a fire quartz anyway, which is super duper useful for us being able to get that minecart opened. So moving forward, in the future days, I am going to be focusing on trying to get as much gold ore as possible instead of going down to level 120 right now, I think. If we get enough gold for all of the sprinklers that we need, then maybe I'll start focusing on that at a later time. feel like it was a pretty good haul today, considering the little amount of time that we spent. And yes, I am going to want to turn in those mushrooms to the community center eventually, but for now, I feel like I want the cash, so we're going to worry about that also at a later time. Okay, let's see how we did today. Got a couple diamonds, so that really helped out. Imagine how much money we would have gotten if I would have kept that talent point, guys. Well, we still did pretty okay. We did find a lot of gems, although I'm realizing now I probably should have hung on to that ruby to save it for getting the eel dishes in the desert once we get around there, but hopefully we'll have found enough rubies by the time that happens that we can save up enough later on. Anyway, that is going to do it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay foxy.